So this is Sephra Abraham, who is currently working as the co-founder of Greenly, which is a vegan-based entrepreneurship. So Sephra, why don't you explain what Greenly is and give us a brief of where you studied and a brief of your career?
Definitely. So, Greened India is India's first 100% vegan only hamper service. And right now, we are also doubling up as an online vegan store. So, that is a brief on what Greened India is. And a brief on me is I studied economics at St. Xavier's College. And then I have done my master's in sustainability and social innovation at HEC Paris in France. So that was sort of what gave me, the impetus to, think different, think on lines of sustainability, and which is why me and my co-founder Sana, we started Greened India. So yeah, that is what we're doing right now.
All right. So what is your main motivation to switch to being a vegan, and when did all this happen?
Right. So it happened 5 years ago, actually, when I was living in Spain. And I met people who were vegan, and I had no idea what that meant or what it was because I was a hardcore non vegetarian. So I started doing a lot of research. And when I made the whole connect between, the degradation of the environment because of the exploitation of the animal agriculture industry, that's when a switch went off in my head, and I said, I can't do this anymore. So that was my motivation to turn vegan. And I always, felt this sort of lack of options and availability, basically ease of access to, vegan products when I came back to India. And it was something that troubled me since 2016, but I didn't do much about it. And when I finally met my partner, and then like this whole discourse started on how we're so upset about, not no affordable products or no good vegan products, is when we're like, why don't we do something about this? So it literally was born from a personal need for, better stuff in the market. And we said, let's do it. Let's get all the brands, on board who currently exist but people don't know about, because they're either too small or too niche in their own fields. So we got them on board, and we've created like a whole portfolio of different kind of products. And here we are today with Green India.
That sounds wonderful. So basically, you needed something, so you just made it for yourself.
Exactly.
So, yeah. So, who is your target audience and what is the typical age of your return customers?
Right. So our target audience, even when we began this venture in December of 2019, it was sort of like, of course, it was born from personal needs. So we're like, yeah, a lot of vegans are going to relate to this, and they're going to come, like, oh, thank you so much for your service, blah, blah, blah. But we also wanted to get all sorts of people, regardless of their lifestyle, involved. Like to basically generate that level of curiosity, like, okay, why are these people vegan? What is their end goal? So that is the kind of atmosphere that we always wanted from day one, and we're sort of achieving, because we've gotten a lot of people coming to us saying, okay, what is all this about? Can you guide me? I'm a non-vegetarian myself, but I want to convert. I want to do better. So can you help me with that? So we've gotten a lot of all sorts of people. But our mostly like our returning customers, as you asked, are mostly like millennials, Gen Z, Gen Y, people who are super into veganism and want to really make a change, a positive impact. So I would say between the ages of 18 and 34, 35 is the base so far. Yeah.
That sounds great. I wonder why older people wouldn't want to change. So, what products are you currently selling and what products are you looking to sell in the future, such as plant-based meat and so on?
Right. So currently we have in the food and beverage, we have like you name it, and we have all the products from dairy replacement. We have snacks, we have vegan dessert, we have basically everything, and then we have personal care items, we have cosmetics, we have your daily utility items like earbuds and bamboo toothbrushes and stuff. And the future, what we actually really want to get into would be maybe clothes, more accessories, and be a full-fledged one-stop shop for A to Z of veganism, basically, so that people wouldn't have to go anywhere for any other products. So yeah.
That's great. So, What do you see as the future of your business?
So the future would be, we obviously want to keep, getting out, the right kind of information regarding veganism, plant-based diets, and kind of explain to people all over that this is something that you should be thinking about and talking about. So we really look at expanding our current customer base. We have a beautiful customer base so far, and really, really engaging, interested individuals. So we're really looking to push that this year, and we're looking, hopefully the future will be like where we set up our own personal physical shops, because and that is actually a very good way to get older people involved, because they're not that inclined to go online as much as they are to go to a physical shop and be like, oh, what is this about, and then have those actual physical conversations that then translate to them purchasing something to try it out, and then so on and so forth. So that will be the future, hopefully.
So, in these times of COVID, how do you think COVID has affected your business?
Okay, so in March, when the curfew was just announced, my partner and I were both really scared. We were wondering what's going to happen. We don't have courier services, nothing is working. So we actually kind of had to completely shut shop for around 2 weeks or so. But then the courier services resumed back, I think, in the second week of April, and actually our business has kind of grown a lot because of the simple fact that people had more time on their hands, so they have more time to think about, oh, you know what, I can actually make these switches that I was pushing for so long in my life. Like, okay, now I can actually maybe think of being healthier, or think of having a better impact with what I'm putting on my plate. So that got a lot of people reaching out to us and ordering stuff. So we've actually grown quite a bit in the last 2-3 months, just because people have had like more time and more energy to allocate to this. So yeah.
So, thank you, Sephra. Thank you so much. It was so nice to talk about such an interesting business and such a future thinking business. And so, bye. See you later.
Thank you. Bye.